Greetings. I'm Dr. Clark, and welcome to the From Me to You show. It is another magnificent, marvelous day. Wanted to look at understanding empathy on this day. And as we begin this journey through the landscape of empathy, I want you to think about this. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where someone shared their struggles and all you could muster was a sympathetic nod? While sympathy can be comforting, it often lacks the depth needed for genuine connection. And today I want to talk about understanding empathy. Let's explore empathy a little bit, not just as a concept, but as a crucial skill that can enhance our relationships and deepen our understanding of others. Welcome to the For Me to You show. We appreciate you listening in, and we're always looking at different topics and something for your daily living, little practical things that you can actually apply. Today we're looking at understanding empathy. So what exactly is empathy? Defined broadly, empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another person. It's more than just feeling sorry for someone. It's about stepping into their shoes and experiencing the world from their perspective. Imagine watching a friend go through a tough time. When you respond with empathy, you're not simply offering a shoulder to cry on, you're resonating with their pain, connecting deeply with their experience and emotions. And I'm going to say that again. You are resonating with their pain, connecting deeply with their experience and emotions. And to truly grasp the essence of empathy, we can distinguish it from sympathy. Sympathy implies a certain distance. It is feeling pity, a sorrow for someone's misfortune. In contrast, empathy pulls us closer. It invites us to engage, to understand, and to share in the feelings of others. For instance, if a colleague at work is upset about a missed promotion, responding with sympathy might involve saying, "I'm sorry to hear that," while an empathetic response would involve asking, "How are you feeling about this? How are you feeling about it? What can I do to support you?" All right, this nuanced difference can turn a simple interaction into a meaningful dialogue. Just by simply saying, "How are you feeling about it?" it opens up and it gives that person some room to share their feelings, their thoughts, their emotions on it. What can I do to support you? You let that person, that's letting that person know that you are there, you are attentive, you are listening. All right. Empathy encompasses several components. Cognitive empathy involves understanding another person's thoughts and feelings, while emotional empathy relates to sharing in their emotions. And I did want to put a little bit of emphasis on these two today because a lot of times they just simply get rolled up into empathy. But you got cognitive empathy involves understanding another person's thoughts and feelings, while emotional empathy relates to sharing in their emotions. All right. And these components work together and enable us to respond appropriately and compassionately. And understand this framework allows us to practice empathy in diverse situations, be it at work, home, or within our community. But why is it critical? I'll get a little research on it. The research says engaging in empathetic interactions can lead to more significant social bonding and conflict resolution. I'll say that again. Engaging in empathetic interactions can lead to more significant social bonding and conflict resolution. And this reveals that empathy is not just good for the individuals involved, it's beneficial to a broader societal harmony. And that's really what we want in our community and everyday living as we interact with each other, some social harmony, some peace. All right. Consider this. Have you ever had a conversation with someone who genuinely listened to your woes? That feeling of being heard can be incredibly validating. When we practice empathy, we create spaces where people feel safe to express themselves. In a world fraught with division and misunderstanding, this is vital. By cultivating empathy, we foster an environment of respect, understanding, and connection. It can even lead to a collaborative problem solving as individuals who feel understood are more likely to cooperate and find common ground. And how can we develop this skill? The first step is to actively listen. If you've been listening to this podcast for any amount of time, there are a few things I'm always bringing up, and that's listening and being an active listener and self-awareness. All right. But how can we develop this skill? The first step is to actively listen. Listening is an art form that extends beyond merely hearing words. It involves observing nonverbal cues, understanding emotions, and reflecting back what we hear. You might ask yourself, how often do I truly listen to others? How often do I truly listen to others? Where that self awareness kicks in. Striving to be present in conversations, resisting the urge to interrupt, and showing genuine interest can lead to more meaningful exchanges. Practice reflecting back what someone says by paraphrasing their comments before offering your perspective. And this not only shows that you are engaged, but it also reinforces your understanding of their feelings. Moreover, it's essential to cultivate curiosity about others' experiences. Every person you encounter has a unique story shaped by their life, history, culture, environment, and we can go on and on and on and on and on. Those things that uh, influence us, those interactions that we have in our life. A lot of times I tell people, I say, you really don't know the person's backstory, okay? Ask open-ended questions that invite others to share their thoughts and feelings. For example, instead of saying, you'll be fine, consider asking, what are your biggest concerns right now? You see the difference? Instead of just saying, you'll be fine. I get it, I get it, I get it, because we're just used to doing that as part of just the culture, right? But taking it into this empathy mode, we can still of saying you'll be fine, we can say, consider this. What are your biggest concerns right now? See, now we open up some conversation. This approach encourages dialogue and helps build rapport. Finally, remember that empathy requires practice. It's not a one-time event, but an ongoing commitment to understanding others better. And as you embark on this journey, reflect on your own experiences and how they inform your perspective. I could I could do an hour workshop on this. I could do a 3 hour workshop on this. I could stay on this a whole day, okay? But just try to give you a little bit today, something for your everyday living, a little practical application, all right? When you acknowledge your biases and limitations, you open the door to more profound connections with those around you. It's about embracing vulnerability and recognizing that we all share the human experience. We all share the human condition, complete with joy, sorrow, and everything in between. As we conclude for today, and I'll come back again with some more information on empathy, but if we wrap this up for today, think about your own relationships. How can you promote empathy in your interactions, whether it's with family, friends, colleagues? Fostering empathy starts with a willingness to step beyond sympathy. And that's what I wanted to drive home on this particular day. Understanding empathy, looking at the difference between the sympathy and the empathy. And when you, let me put it like this, it's about enriching our connections and allowing ourselves to be transformed by the experiences of others. Let's move forward and embrace the potential that lies in empathetic relationships, because when we truly understand one another, the possibilities for connection are limitless. I'm Dr. Clark. Welcome to the For Me to You show. And just know, it's another beautiful day. And as always, life is good. You just have to have something to compare it to. Take care.